Hey everybody, JB here, welcoming you to another episode of Rock1.dat. That's right everybody, this is number 3 in the series, and today I'm going to be playing level 11, which is appropriately called Panic at Floor 11. Now, from this vantage point, I can see that there's like another layer beneath me, so I'm wondering if these are like different floors of a building. If so, that's an interesting concept, I must admit. It looks like this is another melee kind of level where you have to dodge things. It's not melee in the chaotic sense, but it's a dodging level, which is always fun. Okay, this is an interesting pattern here. Okay, I like that. That was pretty neat. Okay, so venture into the next room where we've got more fire, so this must be floor 10 here. Okay, yeah, so these are like two space high floors. Oh man, now that is evil. Okay, that is just, wow, okay. Wasn't expecting that. I thought all these blue walls were going to be fake. Wow, Rock, that was a pretty evil twist there, man. Okay, let's see here. I'm hoping that won't be the case for that entire section. Or maybe there's actually some logical way you can... That was dumb. Okay. There might be some logical way you can figure this whole thing out. Let's see. Oops. Okay, JB. Okay, get a grip, man. Okay, let's see here. Okay, just gotta remember the way these guys move. There we go. I like this beginning section. This is pretty cool. So yeah, both of those are fake. So this entire area here, there's no monsters, which is pretty interesting. So no panicking here, but maybe this entire building's on fire? I mean, I'm guessing that's what the storyline is all about. Okay, so no more of those blue wall treachery bits, thankfully. And just zoom along here. Get a little bit of a boost there, and oh, I see what the game is here. You get a little bit of strategy here with these blobs. So you can use the blue walls to your advantage and not die like that. So as long as you're strategic with your blue wall opening, which I wasn't, then you can succeed in that area. Very interesting. I like that. I gotta admit, I really like it when randomness is used well in a level, where you can actually control somewhat of your destiny. This is one issue I have with certain level designs, because there are some level designs where, as Rock would say, there's lucky timing. Like, you really don't have any control over what happens to you, or have any idea of, something predictable that you can use to gauge, what you need to do. And that's if you're dealing with non-random elements in a situation where you don't know what you're dealing with. But when you're dealing with random elements, it can be even worse. And there's no better example of this than a certain custom level from a while back. It was called Best of Luck, and basically what this level was based on was okay, hang on. Oh, duh. I don't have fire boots. Come on, JB, what were you thinking? You had your fire boots stolen from you, man. I guess because I remembered the fire boots from the beginning, and I forgot about all the fire dodging I had to do later on. But anyway, Best of Luck. This level, it was made by, I think, Ann Olson, and I remember it got some, wow, it got some criticism back in the day, but basically all it was one long ice spiral, and you went on the ice spiral, and the only other things that were around were walkers and blobs just roaming around the entire area. And the entire thing was just really annoying because, you really didn't have any idea about what the most advantageous time to go on the ice slide was. Neither would there be any advantageous time because, really, I mean, walkers and blobs are random. So anything could literally happen to you when you went on there. See, to me, that's a bad use of randomness. A good use of randomness is something like this, where you can actually, have some amount of control over what goes on. So, I actually really like this randomness a lot. I mean, it's not good for the bold time or anything, but you know what? I really don't care about the bold times in this set. I mean, I'm just playing it for fun, and that's good enough for me, so... Let's see, there we go. Okay, this is going to be a little trickier. There we go. Okay, come on, blobs. There, good, good, good. Okay, that was really bad timing. See, I'm not exactly good with blob parody timing as I am in Tile World. So this is kind of a little rough, but I'm hoping once I get past the blob section, the rest of the level will not be quite as... Wow. Okay, JB, come on. Guys, I do apologize for this. I'm probably not a very good blind LPer, as you've probably noticed by now, which is why I like to play things beforehand so I can actually provide useful commentary on them, because right now I'm just trying to explore and discover things here, and that's fun, but at the same time, I don't mean to make these videos, rather, embarrassing to watch or anything. So I hope you don't mind me seeing me mess up and stuff. I suppose it could be kind of funny though, and I don't mind being laughed at or anything, for that reason at least. Oh yeah, so one thing that came up a few days ago, I posted my channel update, and apparently there were some people who didn't think that was me in the video. I was wondering why that was. I mean, that's the way I've always looked like, pretty much. I mean, sort of, at least, and I messed up again. But, I mean, yeah, I don't understand why that was so hard to believe that was me. I mean, I suppose maybe everyone thought it looked like some, big burly guy with a deep voice or something. I mean, it seems like maybe most people who have deep voices are really, really tall and strong, and I'm just like some short guy, So maybe it's a little bit different than what they were expecting, but, that's reasonable. I mean, wow, this is just not good. Okay. Alright, JB, get your game face on here, man. You gotta get this. Gotta get this. But yeah, that was totally me, and that's how I look like, so I'm sorry if I disappointed anybody, but yeah, that's how I look like, and if you prefer just hearing my voice, then that's okay too, but sorry I didn't meet anybody's expectations. Anyhow, let's see, let's just go through this. This isn't too bad. Okay, blob section again. Here we go. Okay, I'm taking some risks here, and that's probably a very bad idea. Okay, there we go. Okay, that one died. Yes, okay, good. I made it across. That's good. Okay, as long as I don't die here. Whoa, okay. Craziness. Okay, so at least it looks like the fake and real blue walls are determined by the fireball paths, and that was very close there, by the way. So as long as you know, as long as you keep in mind that the fireballs aren't going to be... Wait, don't tell me this is going to be a guessing game here. Okay, good, it's not. Okay, I know Rock wouldn't do that. Would he? I sure hope not. Okay, there you go. That was not bad. Okay, so hopefully this is pretty predictable, which it looks like it is. Okay, I'm tempted to push that block there on the way back, but it might have fire underneath it, so I don't want to try. Oh, that was... Wow, that was a dumb idea. Okay, I should have known. I will say, though, I like the use of blue walls in this level, but the places where you can screw up are kind of a little bit annoying. I really like places like these, and I've made a lot of dumb mistakes in this first area, but like some of these blue wall areas are kind of a little bit unnecessary, I think, but this is still a fun level. I like it a lot, and I'm just making a lot of dumb mistakes, so please don't take offense, Rock. This is mostly me being stupid and running into fireballs like I'm doing right there. So I hope this is not exactly an uninteresting video to watch or anything, because I like this level. This is an interesting level. One thing I gotta wonder, though, there's a couple of green doors I saw once I got past the blob area, so that makes me wonder if that's where the exit is. Perhaps we're going to have to backtrack through a bunch of this level and go back. So let's see, here's yellow. Go through there. Okay, let me see if I can get this blob to go through this. Never mind. Okay, that was risky. Okay, there we go. Oh, man, I should not have done that. Alright, guys. Alright. I know I'm a terrible blind LPer. I admit it. This is not going up to snuff right now. But you know what? I'm not going to let myself get emotionally affected by this game. I mean, even if I had to play a level over and over again, I still have fun doing it. It's not like, it's not like I'm going to let myself get all out of shape over a level. Especially a level that's pretty fun like this, but even if it were a really annoying level, I'd still go for it. I mean, this, I guess because I've had all this time to, or I've had these situations where I've had to, deal with bold routes that are based on randomness and things like that require you to play a level over and over again. And when you do that, it really puts levels like this in perspective that aren't quite as bad. So, or bad to complete. I'm sure the bold route for this would be pretty difficult. Okay, here we go. Alright, this is going a lot better. Okay, I'm feeling a lot more confident about this one. Oh, I forgot about that. Right as I said I was feeling confident about it, that happened. And that's right, I'm not going to cut anything out. I'm going to pull a rock here in honor of his level set. I'm going to pull a rock and not cut anything out of this video, guys. So, you get to hear me ramble a little bit more. So, I'm going to talk about my job at Walmart. I haven't really talked a whole lot about that in this series so far. In fact, I don't think I've even mentioned it yet. The only times I've mentioned it were when I played the original Cakewalk in Chips Challenge 1 and also during my channel update. So yeah, Walmart, it's been interesting. Like I've said in my earlier videos, I first started as an inventory associate, counting things in the back room, and then I moved out just last week into the automotive department, which has been awesome. I really love the automotive department a lot. To me, it's a much friendlier place than that back room. Not just because, there's really cool people there and all that, but also because it's outside where you get to deal with customers and where you actually get to see daylight, which is nice. Yeah, daylight, that's an awesome thing. Overall, I like the idea of helping customers out a lot more than just counting things in the back room. And there's a lot more opportunities for advancement there. I mean, I'm hoping to use this management degree to, some good use. So far I've really been enjoying the experience of helping customers out. And at least with customers, you only see them like for about 3 minutes and nothing more. So that's always nice. You don't have to be around the same people all day except the people you work with, and those people are pretty cool. So hey, I'm not complaining. It's been a good job. So for the most part, I just do like cashiering and stocking and directing people to whatever products they need and taking calls and looking up tires. If they need a tire quote, I look that up. So yeah, it's been awesome. I really enjoy it. Okay, so how does... Oh, okay, I see the game here. What? Okay, that's an invisible wall? Okay, so I'm going to assume that the spot to my right now is a safe spot. Because that fireball that's like 3 spaces to my right and 1 space up is bouncing off that space. That's 1 space to my right and 1 space up. So yeah, I'm going to have to assume that that spot right to my immediate right is a safe spot. So let's go through this again. I seem to be getting the hang of this level, so as long as I keep these things in mind and be careful, I should be okay. I am being a little reckless, I must admit, and that's been causing quite a few deaths. But anyway, the automotive department, there's some really interesting people who come through there, but it's probably not quite as bad as like the electronics department, because there's some very strange customers that can come through there. Like, there was this one time, I was just roaming around trying to find something, and while at work one day, and I was going through the electronics department, and there was this guy and a kid next to him. He was probably his grandson or something, and this guy wanted to know where the iPods were. So, I thought, wait, do we sell iPods? I mean, I didn't work in electronics, so I wouldn't know. But I thought we did, so I figured I'd look around and help him out. So we started to walk around the department, and then all of a sudden we were nowhere near the the musical devices, and he suddenly exclaimed, "Oh, here they are! They're right here!" And I was really confused at first. I was like, "Wait a second, we're nowhere near MP3 players, so what's going on?" And so then I turned to look, and he was looking at a bunch of colored USB flash drives, and so I was kind of worried that he had he was still he found the wrong thing. Because of course USB flash drives don't play music at all. So I told him, sir, these are flash drives. They store files. They're not iPods. And you're like, and he just suddenly said, "Oh no, they're the same thing." And I was like, "No, no, sir, they're not. They serve two different purposes." And he's like, "No, no, they're all iPods. You hook them up to your computer, right?" I was like, "Oh man," deep inside. I mean, how was I supposed to explain this to him? I mean, I guess a flash drive was what he was looking for, because I guess file storage was his need, apparently. I mean, when I asked him about it. But, I mean, is a printer an iPod because you hook it up to your computer? I mean, I don't know. I kind of wish I could have explained that to him, but, I mean, I don't argue with customers, so I wasn't about to try that. But I walked away from that just kind of laughing on the inside and kind of sad, too. And I don't mean that to say all that to demean or belittle that guy or anything like that. But that is just... Okay, I'm sorry, Rock. That is just wrong, man. I'm sorry, but really... that... In a space like that is just not cool. I'm sorry, but... That's probably my one criticism of this level, is that spot at the very end, that area. It's a little bit more evil than it needs to be, but other than that, I mean, it's kind of a nice twist if you didn't have all the fireballs to deal with. If I could give you a suggestion, if you don't mind a little bit of advice, one thing you could do to that area, I mean, I don't know how long that fireball stream is, but one thing that somebody suggested I do with one of my own levels that had a similar issue was make the stream of fireballs separated by that amount, but then put like one big gap that people who don't want to take a risk can jump into. And then all the bold seekers can just jump into like a very small gap since they know what they're doing, apparently. Okay, so this is going a lot faster than that last attempt. Okay, there we go. But yeah, thankfully in automotive we don't have too many, we don't have a whole lot of clueless people, which is nice. We do have some people who don't really respect our policies when it comes to what we can fix and not fix and how we return batteries. And yeah, battery returns, those are definitely, quite insane, just because you can't purchase other items when you return batteries. That to me is that's just not right. I don't understand why they do that, but there could just be some sort of policy with their cash register that doesn't allow that, but I don't understand why batteries have to be different from everything else, personally. But anyhow, other than battery returns, it's a great department to work in. And right now, I'm nearing the end. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with this level, as you can probably tell. I'm just hoping there aren't any more evil little tricks to watch out for at the very end like that. Okay, so these are both fake. Okay, yeah, so these are all separated by the same distance. Wow. Okay. Okay. Another invisible wall. I guess I should have followed the stream there. Wow. Okay, man. And that's right. I'm not going to cut any of this, guys. I'm sorry if this video is kind of a little bit repetitive, but I kind of wanted to have a video where if I had a hard level to deal with, I could devote one video to it. And unfortunately, this level is one of those. But I'm not really upset about it. I mean, it's kind of a little irritating to have to deal with the invisible walls at the end. But, I mean, thankfully it's not terribly bad. Now, I don't know if... I mean, I know Rock tries to avoid this, but as I've said in the past, it's hard to watch out for these things as a designer because you know that those walls are invisible walls. I mean, the only real way that you can know how that feels to a player is to get somebody to playtest your levels, like Rock is doing right now. And honestly, that's something that I haven't really done with my levels, and so there are some levels in my level set that I'm not very proud of for this reason, because there are some things that, a player would not expect, but of course, a designer would know about. It's what I like to call designer bias, because obviously we know about them with the editor and everything, but a normal player that's not using an editor would not know about it. Okay, I'm trying not to fall prey to that trap of like getting more upset and then getting more reckless as I go through a section like the blobs or like that. So I'm just really hoping that I don't, lose control and start going crazy and, getting more and more upset just because I'm, letting this get to me. Because honestly, I'm not exactly upset or anything. I'm just kind of waiting for this to be done. or rather, I'm ready for this to be done. I'm just waiting for like something at the very end of this level to not involve invisible walls, especially when there's monsters going around. I suppose that's not like too far off from like socialist action in the original game, except in that level you can actually, you know, make it pretty far without having to spend a lot of time like on this one. On this one you have to, that section is not until the very end, which to me I don't really agree with that. I mean, if you're having something like that in a level, I think it's better to have that at the beginning and not at the very end after we have to go through a bunch of stuff. There's a few levels in CCLP 3 that we had to modify because there were things at the very end of a level, like dodging and stuff, that would have been really annoying if they were placed, you know, if they remained in there and somebody spent like 10 minutes working through the entire level, or well, even 5 minutes, or even just 3, but if they spent a long time working through a level, and yeah, 10 minutes, that was an exaggeration, but let's say just even 3 minutes. I mean, if they spent that much time working through a level, and then they had to face some sort of, you know, really evil trap at the very end, I mean, we didn't really want to have players to deal with that, because, I mean, there was already enough hard levels in CCLP 3 as there were, so we just wanted to make it as painless as possible for people to figure those levels out. And if there was anything ever like that in a level, we tried to remove it. Okay, so now I know which walls. That was really dumb. Okay, why did I do that? Seriously, why in the world did I do that? That was really stupid, JB. Okay, here we go. So, while I'm going through this level, what have you guys got going on this weekend? I mean, I haven't really posed any questions to you viewers yet, so yeah, drop me a message and let me know how you're doing. Love to know what's going on in your neck of the woods and how life's been treating you these days. Right now, I'm playing this level, of course, and later on today, in about an hour and a half, I'm going to be going to church, and later on, I'm going to be seeing the movie Source Code today, which looks very interesting, so I'm looking forward to it. Okay, there we go. That was actually like the best run so far in that area. So yeah, Source Code looks like a very interesting movie. I'm definitely interested in checking it out. I'm always a sucker for good sci-fi movies, so if there's something good out there that's science fiction, I'll try to be all over that. I must say, one thing I have not said about this area right here, I love this ball because it's a good equalizer in case the blobs trip you up a bit. I'm hoping it's not one of those situations where you absolutely have to be perfect to get the bold time in the blob section. There is a level in CCLP 3 that requires that. We thought there was an equalizer, but as it turns out, you need absolutely perfect luck to make it in alive and out without any waiting at all, or at least hardly, in that spot. So that's pretty mean, but I mean, I don't blame the designer for that, because, I mean, designers aren't under any compulsion to optimize their levels and try to figure that out, because obviously not everyone can do that. Okay, there we go. Hint, this seems blocked by the fire. Take the elevator key and quickly save yourself. Okay, so we have to backtrack through everything now. And so this is what the... Duh. Okay, JB. Alright, you guys have basically seen this level. I know I said I wouldn't cut anything out, but I'm going to go ahead and just skip to the very end. So once I get there, I'll come back. Once I get to the green doors. So I'll see you guys there, because honestly, I don't need to be putting you guys through this anymore. So I'll see you guys at the very end. Alright guys, I just wanted to come back just to tell you that I died in this spot right here. So apparently going back through this room is even more difficult than going through this room, because you were having to fight the flow of the fireballs. But yeah, little death traps like this was an impossible situation from which to escape. So, just to let you know, Rock, you might want to watch out for things like this. So anyway, I'll be back when I actually really get to the green door, but just wanted to point this one out. Alright guys, just wanted to show you yet another death. I'm almost to the elevator area, but I made a really dumb move and got clobbered by a fireball here. And just to let you know, Rock, I'm not trying to totally bash this level, but a lot of this is my inexperience with Microsoft, because I play in Tile World normally, so A lot of these mistakes are because of that, but there are some things in this level that are a little bit, just a little bit annoying, like I said earlier, especially toward the end. So, just to let you know, I'm almost there, but the time limit is very, very strict, and I hope I can make it in time. So, I'll be back when I get there. Alright guys, I'm back, and with only 16 seconds left on the clock, let's go! Alright, come on. 13. I'm almost out. Alright, don't make a mistake, JB. Don't make a dumb mistake here. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This right here, I seriously cannot make it back when there's these death traps like this where you can't escape. I mean, there's no way you can dodge that. I mean, rewind the video and look at it again. There's no way I could have dodged that. So, okay. I've been facing that this entire time. I've probably died about 40 times. It's been like a long time since I said I would come back, like a couple of times, a couple of recording bits ago. But yeah, I mean, I've been having to die tons of times because of, you know, little dodging errors, little things like this. Of course, all the stuff in the bottom. I mean, it's just been, it hasn't really been good, and this time limit is gonna kill me, I think. I mean, even if I make it, I don't know how I can make it past this, because I have to waste a lot of time in the fireball room that's like 3 floors down because of these situations. I've had to continuously dodge these things from happening, and every time I try to go across and this sort of situation comes up, I have to move out of the way and wait for it to come around again. And it's like, there was like this past attempt, I had to wait about probably 4 cycles, like 4 fireball intersections before I could actually make it across. So I'm gonna try my best to like go for like a bold time on this, because I have a funny feeling that there's very little room for error in this level, because with 9 seconds left, there's almost no way I could make it across this floor, go into the elevator thing, and then go down. So I'm gonna have to speed through this level in order to make it across, and honestly, I'm not exactly feeling very excited about that because of the blobs. And I thought that this level would allow you a little bit more time to get across a section like that, but it appears that it's like almost absolutely no room for error at all, and I'm not exactly terribly excited about that. So anyhow, I'll be back when I get there, but yeah, this wasn't exactly a very good attempt. I thought it would work, but this right here, I'm not exactly very much in favor of that. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, I'm at the very end. I managed to make it through with a little bit more time, so I'm hoping there's no monster coming out here. Thankfully there's not, and we can exit the stage with 9 seconds left on the clock. Thankfully that wasn't terribly bad that last time, but still all those dodging death traps and the very strict time limit, they're not exactly something I'm very supportive of when it comes to a level. But this was an interesting idea. I mean, I like this level a lot. It's got some great concepts. I like the idea of a burning building that you have to go through, the blocked the blocked bottom floor area, having to take the elevator, you know, and going down, probably free falling. Maybe some like force floors would have been cool there. But like, I like the idea of this, but I just wish the time limit was a little bit more lenient. Maybe an extra 30 or 50 seconds, perhaps. But and also, some of this stuff down here was just a little bit too much, especially like that. Like this right here, that square was my main issue. I mean, that invisible wall and that invisible wall over there was one thing, because I didn't really pay attention to those. But this right here, there was really no way you could, well, yeah, there really was no way you could touch that and get out alive, because with this amount of space, if you touch that, you will die. So I really don't approve of that, Rock, but other than that, this was a really interesting level. It is probably about over half an hour since I started this recording session, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this video here. You guys have had a long enough video for today, so I don't want to make you watch any more, but anyhow, I'm hoping there won't be too many more levels like this where there's not a whole lot of room for error. But I mean, I'm not trying to bash this level completely, like I said. I mean, I like the concept, I like some of the challenges a lot. But especially when there's randomness involved, not leaving a lot of room for error can be pretty painful. So, anyhow, just my review of this level. I'll go ahead and move on to the next one in the next video, and that level is called Dual. So I guess that means like 2. So We will see you then, and for now, this is JB saying goodbye. Thanks for watching.